It's another post-run cool down, and we're going to start in standing. Coming to a comfortable standing position, feet hip width or maybe a smidge wider. I'm going to stretch out the front of the body. So the body actually does a lot when you're running. We tend to think it's all in the lower body, but if you're a runner, you'll notice you get that tight back and you get a lot of movement through the chest as well when you're running, and the shoulders are doing all the things. So let's inhale, reach our hands up. And then reach out, press through the feet, stretch out the belly. Exhale, hands down in front of the heart center. This time, let's inhale, reach up, interlace those fingers, turn the palms up, press up to those toes, stretch out the legs, stretch out the ankles. Exhale, release. One more time with that lovely big back bend. Reach the hands together, press through the feet. Think about stretching out the belly and not collapsing into the spine there. And exhale, hands down in front of the heart center. I'm just going to face you now. Take the feet a little wider, and the feet can be turned out a bit so that if the knees do bend, they're tracking over those feet. Drop the tailbone to the floor, soften your ribcage down. Inhale, reach the arms up. Lengthen and exhale, reach out to the side, stretching the side body. Press and lift, inhale. Exhale to the other side, stretching that out. Inhale, come up. Let's widen out the legs a little more. Turn the feet in. Exhale, come down. Just come down. Follow the back of the legs. Hang out down here. Breathe into it. And let's just seaweed it out. Soften the knees and let them just bend as you move through the side. Just feel your way through that. See how that feels for you. Let's come back to center. Just hang out here. And again, you can use a block if you need to, just to release and stretch out. If you are using a block, lengthen through the spine, draw the shoulders down. You can use a bench, you can use a chair. And just breathe. Find some comfort, some looseness there. Let's hang down again. This time sweep those arms behind you, interlace the hands, let them come over the top. And just hang and stretch. Take those lovely deep breaths. Relax the head and neck, make sure it's not holding any tension. Bring the hands back to the lower back. Release the hands, inhale, peel the heart up. You can use the block again to place your hand on the block so that you can get maximum twist through there. Otherwise, using the ground, hand underneath the face, nice line from the shoulder down to the wrist. And this is my left hand that's down, my right hand goes to my low back, and I can rotate through the spine, extend up. Reaching up, opening out the body, exhale, release. Placing that hand down, come to the other side. Hand on my low back, open out through the body. Lift and lengthen, draw my lower shoulder down towards my body rather than towards my ear and my head. Reach it up and release that down. Release and soften. Inhale, come up, and I'm going to turn around again. Walk yourself into a downward facing dog. Go ahead, tread out through your down dog. Reach those hips to the sky, press through the feet, bend one leg, bend the other one, soften through the body. And let's go ahead, step our right foot forward into a nice big lunge. And press back for a moment into that heel, stretching out through this left hip flexor. And drop the back knee, hanging out here, drawing the shoulders down. Make sure that knee is over the ankle. The knee isn't creeping forward over that foot. Roll back, These are like my favourite stretches to release out the hamstrings. Draw your toes towards your chest, let your shoulders melt down the back, draw the chest forward. If it feels good, come down a little lower. Breathe it out. Inhale, come up. Sink back into that lunge again. Check in here with this hip flexor. Draw the belly in. Maybe we'll breathe up and open into the heart a little bit so you get even more of a stretch. But make sure that there's lift coming through the chest and through the spine. Exhale, release. Let's move on to the other side. Just to release. And bringing your left foot forward. Press into that back foot. Press back into the heel. Stretch out through your hips. Find how that feels. Drop the knee. Take those lovely deep breaths. Let's roll back over that heel. Draw your toes towards you. Again, you can always use blocks here if you need them. Exhale. Allow yourself to come even deeper into that pose. Finding your way through. Finding that stretch and that release. Maybe into the hips. Maybe into the hammies. Maybe into the quad, the calf muscles. Maybe into all of the above. Release forward. And then we're just going to step back for a moment into a down dog. Stretch it out. Press up. Drop the knees just so we can stretch that front body again. Bring the hands out in front and lift into a little Superman pose. Lift and lengthen and release out. And bring yourself back up. We're going to make our way onto our backs. Find a comfortable place to lie down. And just release the back into the ground. Thread the needle, bring your right foot up over your left thigh. Flex that foot, thread the right hand through the hole, either grabbing hold of the shin or the back of the leg. And then drawing that left knee towards you. You can roll out the ankle as well if you want to. Breathe into it as you feel that stretch. Now, if that knee rolls into the center of your body, just take it back over to the left side and you'll feel that stretch increase right there. Breathe, take 3 deep breaths. We'll swap sides, release that leg, come to the other side, thread the needle out, maybe roll out those ankles, check in with that right knee. Is it hanging out along the hip and the shoulder line, or is it hanging out through the center of the body? Keep it on the side there. And breathe into it, another couple of breaths. Release that out. I'm just going to move down here a bit. Now, we're going to do a little bit more of a dynamic hip movement. So open out the feet nice and wide, extend your arms out, and just rock them over, windmill style, one side to the other, noticing how those hip flexors are feeling, noticing how the knees and the back are feeling, and the buttocks get a good massage here too. Just a couple more. We're going to drop our knees over to the right. If your left knee feels okay, go ahead, place your right ankle on top of that left thigh. Another one of my favorite stretches. If it doesn't feel okay though, place your foot underneath or just keep it out wide. And then to accentuate that stretch up this left side, extend your right arm behind you. And then soften into it. Breathe. Maybe you want to extend both even. Maybe you want to hold on to your elbows. Just find what feels good. Release that out. Bring those knees back up to center. Drop them to the other side. And we want to extend this right leg up, right arm. And you can place that left leg on top of the right knee if that feels comfortable for you. Breathe into it. The head can be in any direction that feels comfortable. And just let the body soften. I'm just going to move myself away from that wall. Make sure your knee feels comfortable. If it doesn't, place the foot underneath it for support or just leave the feet out to the sides. Some days my knees love this and other days one knee doesn't enjoy it at all. So it's really important to just pay attention to your body and notice what's been going on, where the tightness is. Breathe it out. If you're feeling like you're good to go, then you can end your warm down session here. Maybe move into Shavasana or a child's pose if you like. Or if you want a few more stretches, come with me. We're going to bring those legs back up, release them out, interlace the fingers, just stretch the whole body out. Extend, and so that we can get into those quads, roll over onto your belly. If you do have particularly tight quads, come down, bend your right foot, reach back and grab that foot, draw it towards you. Maybe you want to stay down low if that's already tight. If it's okay, you can bring the arm across the body so that that elbow is protecting the shoulder, and you can push up there and you get a little bit more of a stretch. If you're feeling intensity in the knee, don't do it. And for some of you, the quads aren't an issue, although if you're runners, they may well be. But if you have more flexibility, you can press up a little higher. Now, if you're coming higher, draw your belly in so that you're not just dropping into that low back there, but we've got a little bit of, integrity through our body. And think about also, as you draw your belly and trying to soften the ribcage down, it's tricky, but even if you just think about it, the body will pick up the hint. Breathe into that. And then let's release that down. Release it out, release down. Maybe kick out those legs. And let's come to the other side, bending that right foot in this case for me, drawing it towards you. If that's tight, stay down here, breathe. If it's okay, bringing the arm across the body. And maybe that's as far as you get on this side, because our sides are very different. Maybe pushing up a little higher. And just, again, draw the belly in slightly, find that strength in the body. Breathe deeply into it, especially if it's feeling tight. Don't push yourself beyond your limits. And then release that out. We're going to press into a child's pose for a moment so that the back, especially if you were up higher, gets a little counter pose there. And then widen out those knees, big toes together, wide-legged child's pose just to release through the inner thighs and let the body completely relax. Come on down. You can turn your head to the side if you want to. Just breathe and release and relax. Maybe turn the head to the other side. For those of you that are particularly tight here, you can always rest on a bolster or on a block and hang out into those hips. And likewise, you can just stack the fists and rest the head there. Just find a place where you can release completely into it. And stay here as long as you like. When you're done, just bring those knees in. And enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much for joining me for this lovely practice. Hopefully the warm-ups and the warm-downs for your run have been helping you loads. Leave some comments down below. Let me know if they are, or let me know if you need anything else in there. And if you haven't subscribed, go ahead, press that subscribe button. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste.